Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Chaitanyam Sarvagam Sarvam Sarvabhuta Guhashayam Yat Sarva Vishayatitam Tasmai Sarva Vide Namaha. Asparshopi yathasparsham achalas chalanadicha avivekat. Because of aviveka, or not being able to separate the two, the Atma from Anatma or Atma from the body, asparshopi yathasparsham ikshate. Even though Atma is asparshaha, not available beyond the sparsha or touch, and still I feel I am being touched because of identification of the body. Achalaha chalanadicha. Self-consciousness is achalaha, motionless, and still I feel, again because of the identifying the upadhi, avivekat, tatha dukkham manasam cha atmanikshate. So also dukkham, or the sorrow is in the mind, and one thing that I am sorrowful, again because of the identification of the mind. Vivekatma dhya dukkham nudyate chalanadivat. Why the viveka? The self, I am the witness of the body, I am different from the body, and I am different from the mind, so chalanam, movement belongs to body, dukkham belongs to the mind. Aviveka svabhavena manogacchati anicchataha tadada dushe dukkham naishalye naiva tasya tat. I think that Atma, I am dukhi because of the aviveka, identification of the mind. Pratyegatmani tasmat tad dukkham neva upapadyate. Therefore, in Pratyegatma, the innermost self, which is my nature, there is no upapadyate, is not tenable, not reasonable, not logical that there can be dukkha or pain in the self. Not logical. That I think that I am in pain is a different matter. Therefore, aviveka, the nature of aviveka or non-discrimination or delusion, you can say, superimpositions being told in our life. How I feel I am dukhi, and that is the example of aviveka. Dukkha that belongs to the mind, how it is habitually superimposed upon the Atma, and I take myself as Dukkhi. Therefore, there cannot be Dukkham, Sukha Dukkha in Pratyeka Atma, which transcends all samsara dharma of hunger and thirst and Sukha Dukkha and grief and delusion. Tvam satoho tulya nidatva nilashavad idam bhaved. And therefore the Upanishad teaches Tattvamasi, Sattvamasi, you are Sat. Tvam satoho tulya nidatvat. In that Mahavakya, the Tvam and Tat, Atvam and Sat are both placed in the same location, same vibhakti, meaning that these two words enjoy samadhikaranyam. Example is Nilashvat, like a blue horse, which is not a perfect example. Soyam Devdatta, that's a better example, we'll give later. Nirdukkhavachina yoga tvam shabdasya tadarthata pratyekatmavidhanena tatshabdasya yutesthatha. The statement is very simple, tattvamasi, where tat is Brahman, nirdukkhavachina. We are willing to grant that Brahman or Ishvara is devoid of any dukkha. This statement equates the Atma with Ishvara. Tvam shabdasya tadarthata. Tvam shabda, that is Atma, tadarthata, has the same meaning as Tat or Ishvara, who is devoid of dukkha. So that statement is very clear that Atma is nirdukkha. Pratyekatma vidhanena tat shabdasya yutesthatha. And Tat means that which is remote, or paroksha, pratyekatma vidhanena, that Tat is said to be you, and therefore the parokshata is not there, dukkhita is not there. Therefore this statement, simple statement, knocks out both the kinds of problems. Dukkhita, although Atma is aparoksha but dukkhi, and Brahman is sukha swarupa but paroksha, both of these notions are knocked out by the statement. Dashamastmasityevam vakyam syat pratyekatmani. So this is an appropriate vakya for pratyekatma. Dashamastvamasi, you are the 10th man. So it's an old story quoted by Shankaracharya here. So it's an old story. So going to verse 173, the Tika said, Nanu tantvapadeyoho ekathanishtatve paryayatvapattau. The statement tattvamasi, that thou art, if you say that the words that and thou, tat and tvam, have the same meaning, ekathanishtatve, they ultimately culminate into the same meaning. Nishtha. So when you analyze the meaning of word tat, it will culminate into the same as pratyekatma. Or when you analyze the meaning of the word tvam, it will culminate into Brahman. So one question, paryayatva apattau, can't you say, would you not say that they are synonyms? Sahaprayoga anupanna, there were synonyms you cannot use in the same sentence like ghata, kalasha, etc., kumbha. Nasti paryayatvam pravritti nimitta bhedat. So tvam and tat words are not synonyms, because pravritti nimitta, the normal pravritti, where they are normally understood to mean is tvam means you and tat means Ishvara. So Tvam and Tat, both of them have altogether different meanings, therefore Vachyartha is quite different. Therefore, they are not synonyms, they are not paryaya. By Lakshanavritti they are not Vachyartha. So the verse 173 says, Swarthasya hya prahanena Vishishtartha samarpakau Pratyagatmavagatyantau Nanyorthorthat virodhyatah. Swarthasya hi aprahanena. Aprahanena, without giving up swartha, one's own meaning. Vishishtartha samarpakau. So without sacrificing its own meaning, without giving up its own meaning, still it amounts to contributing some special meaning. It retains its own vachyartha in a way, and also Vishishtartha samarpakau. Samarpanam, it also contributes to a very special meaning by lakshyartha. Pratyagatma agatyantau. So both these words culminate into Pratyagatma. Nanya artha arthat virodhi ataha. Other than this, there is no virodhi artha, therefore they are not the synonyms. So Tika says Pratyakshatva, Parokshatva, Lakshanasya, Swarthasya. So what is the inherent meaning of the word Tat and Tvam? Tvam is Pratyaksha, immediate. Tat is Paroksha, remote. Swarthasya, Swavachyarthasya, this is the literal meaning. So Vachyartha is the main meaning, really. In any case, Vachyartha, the literal meaning is always the main meaning. And that is the meaning that we should first take into account. Only when that creates some difficulty in the Anvaya, then we go for Lakshyartha, etc. So Vachyarthasya aprahanena. This word Tvam does not give its own Vachyartha, which is Pratyagatma. Aparityageneva Tvam Sat Shabda. Similarly, the word Sat or Tat, that also does not give its own essential meaning, which is limitless, which is Brahman, the limitless. Vishishtartha samarpakau. Then Tat or that Brahman contributes Vishishtartha, a special meaning, namely Pratyagatmatvam, the nature of self. The self, which is thought to be limited, contributes special meaning, meaning limitlessness. So Tat is limitless, equated to Tvam. Tvam is immediate, equated to Tat. So Tat gives up its immediacy or parokshatvam, remoteness, and Tvam gives up its limitedness. Vishishtartha samarpakau. Therefore, this Mahavakya, where these words are equated to each other, each word contributes a very special meaning. Ata vachya bhedad na paryayata. So they retain their immediate meaning, vachyartha, main meaning. By Lakshana Vritti alone, they contribute a special meaning. Therefore, they are not paryaya, they are not synonyms. Evam tari akhandarthatvam na syat. If each one contributes a special meaning, then Tvam has a special meaning, Tat has a special meaning. Then how can they be equal? Akhandarthatvam na syat. both of them cannot be identical. Tat contributes its own special meaning, Tat also does, then how can they both be identical? Therefore, Pratyagatma, second line said, Pratyagatma avagatyantau. Pratyagatma avagati antau. So the Tika explains, Pratyagatmanaha Shuddha Sakshinaha Avagatihi Tattvavagatihi Antaha Parivasanam Yayoho Tau Tatha. Pratyagatma, it's naturally a Bahuvrihi Samasa as usual. So Pratyagatmana Avagatihi. The Avagati, the knowledge of Pratyagatma, the indwelling self, is the Antahavasanam. Meaning that when you deliberate upon the meaning of the words in this statement, even though Vachyartha or the primary meaning are quite different from each other, but when we deliberate what it is that is sought to be conveyed in this Mahavakya, where the Shruti equates the meaning of these two words, Pratyaga, so Pratyagatma avagatyanto, Anta, they culminate into avagati, the knowledge of Pratyagatma. That Tat is also Pratyagatma. Tvam is Pratyagatma, all right, but Tat also ultimately turns out to be Pratyagatma, indwelling self, because it is normally thought to be remote. Different from me, I am different from Ishvara or Brahman, and that notion is here knocked out. Now comes the discussion on this Mahavakya. Says the Tika, Shruyamanam Padayoho Samadhikaranyam. Shruyamanam Shrutya Pratipadyam Padayoho Samadhikaranyam. Tattvam Padayoho, these two words, Samadhikaranyam, are placed in the same adhikaranam, same locus, meaning same vibhakti. मिथो विरुद्ध वाच्यार्थ संसर्गे वाच्यार्थ संसर्गे तत् इज त्वम त्वम इज तत् मिथो विरुद्ध वाच्यार्थ. But their vacyartha, the literal meaning, immediate meaning, is contrary to each other. One is limitless but remote, and one is immediate but limited, and therefore their vacyartha, the immediate meaning that strikes to our mind when the words are used, are quite contrary to each other. Anyatara visheshte anyatareva parivasanam agachat. Therefore it cannot be that tvam qualifies tat or tat qualifies tvam, because they are contrary in the meaning. Anyatareva. So tat and tvam are equated. So one thing can be that tat is tvam, so only one remains. So parivasanam agachat. It cannot be that all that remains is tat and not tvam, or all that remains in tvam is not tat. So here anyatara vishishte, one is qualified by the other. Va parivasanam agachat. Anyatara. So either tat qualified by tvam or tvam qualified by tat. That cannot be, because they have opposite meaning, therefore one cannot become the qualification. Like blue lotus, for example, or this red flower. That red and flower, both of them are the same locus. Then only you can use that. It cannot be that red is there and flower is here. So, anyatara visheshte, one of them is qualified, anyatareva, or it culminates either tat or tvam. So when tat and tvam are equal, either tat remains or tvam remains, or tat and tvam, tat qualifies tvam, tvam qualifies tat. Both ways this sentence can be understood, but that meaning does not apply. kalpita bheda paramarshena. So what is it that bheda, what is that distinguishes, makes these two words impart different meanings? Kalpita bheda. The bheda is there, tat is remote, tvam is immediate but limited. So therefore these two are different. That is what we have always been thinking. But kalpita bheda, the duality, is because of the upadhi and not because of the swarupa. This is what the teacher or Vedanta wants to teach us. Therefore, even though vachyartha are contrary to each other, lakshanaya, vigata, parokshatva, aparokshatvadiyamse. So because tat is tvam and tvam is aparoksha, therefore the tat has to give us parokshata. Then only it can be equal to tvam. And tvam is tat. So tvam is to go with limitedness, only it can be tam, tat. So each word controls the meaning of the other. For tat to be equal to tvam, tat has to be immediate. For tvam to be equal to tat, tvam has to be limitless. So each word controls the meaning of the other, and therefore swarupa matre, so contradictory elements have to be dropped. Swarupa matre, and therefore the contradiction is because of upadhi. Avidya is upadhi of tvam, maya is upadhi of tat, and these upadhis create the notion of the duality between them. But Upanishad says they are one. So therefore we say, hey, this the bheda is due to the costume. Isha jivayoho veshadhi vida. As far as the essential nature is concerned, it's only one sat. There was swarupa matre. So this statement wants us to deliberate. When identity is said, then how can it be? Otherwise they are so contradictory in nature, or they look contradictory in meaning. Is the contradiction nature, or is contradiction incidental because of the vesha, upadhi? Swayam devadatta iti vata. Saha, one devadatta qualified by tatkala taddesha. Other devadatta qualified by ayam ka, this kala, this desha. So that desha kala are different, but devadatta, the person is the same. So therefore we realize that here thatness and thisness are only incidental. Devadatta is the essential, and that Devadatta is this Devadatta, thatness and thisness are incidental. Upadhi, you can say, that time, that place, this time, this place. Akhande pariyavasyati. So when we realize that this difference is caused by incidental factors, just let them go. Akhande devadatte pariyavasyati. We know Devadatta as a person, it's one. Iti pratyekātma avagatyantau tattvam shabda ukta ityartha uktau. So tat also culminates pratyekātma, tvam also culminates pratyekātma. Both of them have the same meaning, like soyam dev, that Devadatta and this Devadatta, both of them have the same person. So here a big footnote is given. We already read part of it, but anyway. So page 398, Evamapi Srimad Acharya Vakyavritto Sutritam Samsargo va Vishishto va Vakyartho Natra Sammatah Akhandaikarasatvena Vakyartho Vidusham Matah. Samsargo va Vishishto va. So there is one Vakya or statement, Neelam Utpalam, blue lotus. Here, this blue qualifies the object lotus, and lotusness also qualifies the color blue. It is lotusy blue, not just blue, but blue lotus, lotusy blue. There can be sky blue, etc. So blueness is qualified by lotus, not any other kind of blue. And lotus is qualified by blue, not a white lotus, not a red lotus, etc. Therefore, each one qualifies the other. The blueness qualifies lotus, lotusness qualifies blue. So, Neelatvam qualifies Utpalam, Utpalatva qualifies Neelam. So, both become the Visheshana. Visheshana is that which identifies an entity from which the objects of his own class. And therefore, the blue qualifies lotus from blue cloth, etc. And lotus qualifies blue from the blue wall, etc. So therefore each one enjoys the Vishesha Bhava, qualified qualification. Blue is the qualification of lotus, blueness, and lotusness is qualification of blue. So this is called samsarga. Samsargo va vishishto va. So tat qualifies tvam. So tat is visheshana of tvam. Tvam is visheshana of tat. If this was a relationship, then this would be called the samsarga, each one qualifying the other. Na sammataha, this is not accepted. Then you take another sentence here, dandi devadattaha. Dandi devadattaha. Dandi dandaha asya asti dandi. So devadatta having a danda, having a staff. So here the danda qualifies devadatta. Dandi devadattaha. And so this is devadatta. So danda is a visheshanam, devadatta is vishishta. So this is a vishishta sambandha. So samsargo va vishishto va. Samsarga is when each word qualifies the other. Vishishta is when one is qualified by the other. So tat and tvam will qualify each other, that will be samsarga. Or tat qualifies tvam, or tvam qualifies tat, will be vishishta. Vakyatho natra sammataha. These are possible meanings, but that meaning of the vakya is not accepted here. Akhandaikara sattvena vakyatho vidusham mataha. Vidusham, the wise people explain this vakya, mahavakya as akhandaikara rasatvena. Akhanda ek rasatvam. That between tat and tvam there is no difference in meaning whatever. Akhanda ek rasatvam. And that becomes necessary to say is because the vachyartha are quite different and still both of them mean the very same entity. Then that will be, then you have to take into account some other meaning called lakshyartha. And that's how akhandaikarasatvena vakyartha vidusham mataha. So here, if you look at that footnote, tattvamasi vakye nilotpalamidi vakyaiva mukhyartha svikarena visheshana vishesharupa samsarga vakyartha. Nilotpalam iti vakyaiva. So this is called vakya, Nila Utpala. Nila Utpala, the blue lotus. Mukhyartha svikarena, when the blue is the visheshana of the lotus. And lotus is vishesha, visheshana, vishesha rupa samsarga. One is qualification, another is qualified, visheshana, visheshya. This would be called samsarga. Where tat would qualify tvam, or tvam would qualify tat, would be vishesha. So na sammataha, that is not accepted by vidwan, by the wise. Anyatara vishishta, anyatara sarupa vishishta vakyartho va. Dandi devadattaha. where one Danda qualifies Devadatta. Danda is Visheshanam, Devadatta is Vishishta. So this is Vishishta Vakyartha na Sammata. That Tat becomes the qualification of Tvam, or Tvam becomes the qualification of Tat, is also not accepted. So na sammato bhavati, Tikakara says why? Tatra tu nila padartha, nila gunasya, utpala padartha, utpala dravyasya cha. Nila padartha, pada means word. Padartha, meaning of the word nila is blue. So nila gunasya, the guna, nila is quality, blueness is a quality. Utpada padartha, utpala dravyasya, the utpala or the lotus is dravyam, is substance. The blue is the quality and lotus is substance. Shukla patadi vyavartakataya anyonya visheshana visheshya bhava samsargarthasya. Shukla patadi vyavartakataya, white cloth. So this blue lotus, this blue and lotus, they distinguish this from a white cloth. So blue distinguishes this object from the white, and lotus they distinguish from a cloth, and therefore anyonya visheshana visheshya bhava samsargarthasya. This is called samsarga, where each one qualifies the other. That is not accepted here. Or vishishta. Anyatara vishishta, anyatara suru vishishtarthasya va. Like Dandi Devadatta, where Danda qualifies the Devadatta. Devadatta is qualified by Danda. Vakyarthatva angikare pramanantara virodhat. We say that Tat is qualification of Tvam. But Tat is limitless and remote. How can it be qualification of Tat? Tvam, which is immediate but limited. How can Tvam be qualification of Tat? Because the Vachyartha is quite different from each other. Also, it cannot be that Tat becomes a qualification of Tvam or Tvam becomes qualification of Tat, because again the meanings are quite opposite. Pramanantar virodhat. So if you accepted that Vakyartha as samsarga or vishishta, then it would contradict our pramanantar, our perception or our experience that Ishvara is away and Jiva is limited. Mukhyarthayo eva vakyarthatvam sangacchate. So this qualification vakyartha will contradict the experience that we have. Therefore, mukhyarthayoho, they have to mean the same. Tat has to be identical to Tvam, and Tvam has to be identical to Tat. Ekavastu nishthatvat ubhayoho. Both of them are nishtha. Both of them have the nishtha or their culmination, one consciousness. So Tat also culminates one consciousness, and Tat also, Tvam, and that's why any other the relationship will not work. Atra tu tadartha parokshatvadi vishishta chaitanyasya tvamartha aparokshatvadi vishishta chaitanyasya anyonya bheda vyavartakataya. Here tadartha parokshatvadi vishishta chaitanyasya, the meaning of Tat is Brahman is so parokshatvadi, it is paroksham, it is limitless, etc. So Vishishta, that is also consciousness, but qualified by being limitless, qualified by being remote. Tvam also is consciousness, qualified by being immediate, but by being limited. Anyonya bheda vyavartakataya visheshana visheshya bhava samsargasya vishishta aikyasya va vakyartva angikare pratyakshadi pramana virodhat. So you cannot take the main immediate meaning, because what is limited cannot qualify the limitless, what is limitless cannot qualify limited, etc. Vachyarthayo aikyam na sangachate. Therefore, this sentence cannot be interpreted as the identity between vachyartha or immediate meaning. Immediate meanings are contrary to each other. Therefore, this statement cannot mean the identity of two contrary entities. Yat uhayam na sammadam. Vishishto va, samsargo va, vishishto va, either of them would require the primary identity, which is not there. Evam eteneva hetuna aham brahmasmi iti pratipatti vakyevi. So tattvamasi is called upadesha vakyam. Aham brahmasmi is anubhava vakyam. And so then our Swami didn't like this classification, but traditionally this is how Mahatmas say, that the teacher says tattvamasi, the student responds aham brahmasmi. It's called pratipatti vakya, anubhava vakya. Same thing, vachayoho, aham brahmarthayoho, अन्योन्य भेद व्यावर्तकतया विशेषण विशेष्य भाव संसर्ग वाक्यार्थ न सम्मत विरुद्धत्वात्. Same thing, aham and brahma, tvam and tat, just as were opposed to each other in meaning, aham and brahma also are aham, I immediate, brahma again is remote and limitless. So therefore same samsarga or vishishta, the vakyartha is not possible. That's a tat and tvam. Viruddhatvat. Kincha brahmana sarvagatatvat tadamsasya jivasya tadantarabhuvat. Kincha brahmana sarvagatatvat. Brahman is limitless, all pervasive. Jiva is limited and felt like an amsha or a part. So Jiva is felt like a spark of consciousness and Brahma is felt like consciousness. Therefore, tadantarbhutatvat. So it will look like the Jiva is within Brahman, antarbhuta, included in Brahman, only from the Upadhi standpoint, not from the consciousness, but as they are understood. As Jiva is understood as limited entity, Brahman understood as limitless, one would think that all Jivas are included in Brahman. Aparokshatva kinchanyatvad yuktoham. Aparoksha is Brahman, kinchanya is Jiva. Parokshatva sarvajñatvad yuktam Brahma, and Brahma is Paroksha and Sarvajña. Iti Brahmantah patitvena bhavanayam Brahma vishishto jiveti. In that case, there same method is applied. The Aham Brahmasmi Mahavakya also Vishishta and Samsarga. Same Samsarga and Vishishta is not applicable there, just as they are not applicable in Tat and Tvam. Idamapi Tvam sarvatra sthito yasmadham purne tvai sthiti itivat opacharikam vyasyaat. Tvam sarvatra sthita, hey Ishvara, you are all pervasive. Aham purne tvai sthita, and I am within you. You are Purna and I am part of you. Then Aupacharikam, meaning that will not be the primary meaning. Ataha vishishdakshina angikarepi tattvam padarthayo vedayo pratiyate naikatvam. So if you take this samsarga or vishishta, then that difference between two cannot be removed in any way. Now the Tikakar himself helps us. Samsarga vishishtayo ko bheda iti chait. At the end the Tikakara says, what do you mean by samsarga va vishishta va? What is samsarga? What is vishishta? Yada neelam utpalam iti ukte utpaladravyam shvedapitadibhya vyavatayata neelapadam vyavartakatvat visheshanatvena samsrujyate visheshena utpalena saha. Instead of Neelam Utpalam, between Neel and Utpala, the relation is called Samsarga. Tadvat Neel Gunapi Vastradibhya Vyavartayat Utpalapadam Visheshyam. Similarly, Utpala qualifies Neelam, so that is called Samsarga. Yada Anyonya Vyavritim Anapeksheva Samsrushti Padarth Pradhanyena Vishishta Neela Vishishtam Utpalam. Then the Devdati Anyatara Vishishta. So if you take one only, Neela Utpala means that it is lotus having blue color. Or Dandi Devadatta having a Dandai. You take that way only. Anyatara Vishishta, Anyatara Artha Svikartada Vishishta Artha. Then Devdatta becomes Vishishta or Utpala becomes Vishishta. Vivakshanugunyena samsarga visishtartha vakya bhedaha. Uvayatra viruddhatvad na sammatam iduktam. We saw that none of them is acceptable here. Kintu viruddhamsa tyaga purassaram aviruddha aruddhavastu tadatmarupa vakyata. However, give up the viruddhamsa, the contradictory elements which arise because of upadhi, and accept the identity of aviruddhamsa, which is consciousness, chaitanyam. Akhandaikana sattvam tu. That's why aham brahmasmi is same as brahmayava ahamasmi. Tattvameva tvameva tata iti. That's called vyatihara. So mutual identity. Reverse identity also is there. Akhandaikana sattvam pratipattihi. So this statement from Vakya Vritti is explained here by the Tikakara. Now going back to the Tika, Nanu Tattvam Padayoho Samanadikaranyam. We already gone through this, but anyway, you read this? Or we read the whole thing? Okay. Meaning that this Samadhikaranyam can be Amshamshi Bhava also or Karikarana Bhava. Amshamshi Bhava like the Bhumi and Ukshara, like the earth and the desert, Amshamshi Bhava, or other is the Guna Guni Bhava, Neelam Utpalam. Neelam Utpalam iti bad, right? Anyatra smat, kritat, etc., etc. So we saw that. So Neelam Utpalam is Nirgunatva Shruti Virodha. Like Neelam Utpalam qualified by Neelatvam, but Atma is Nirguna. Napi Jati Vyakti, that one is Jati, other is Vyakti, Brahman is Jati, Atma is Vyakti, Jiva. Ekameva Dvitiyam Sajatiya Vijatiya Swagata Bhedarahitam. Tasmad Vishishta Samsarga Virodhi Vastumatra Nishthatvam Vakyasya Akhandathatvam Vivakshitam. Tasmad Vishishta Samsarga Virodhi. Vishishta Virodhi and Samsarga Virodhi. Vastumatra Nishthatvam. In this Vakya only Vastumatra Nishtha. That means it is only abiding or focused upon the Vastu, the consciousness, Chaitanyam. Akhandarthatvam Vivakshitam. Here, Akhandarthatvam, the homogeneous identity alone is intended here. Tathacha vimatam akhandartha nishtham upadi paramarshamantarena avibhavimana भेदवस्तु निष्ठत्वात् स्वयं देवदत्त खम छिद्रम इत्यादि वाक्यवद तथा च विमतम तत्वमसि और हम ब्रह्मासि वाक्य अखंडार्थनिष्ठम. It is this nishtha. So when we only do the vichara or deliberate upon meaning, then alone we realize that it culminates into the identity. Apparently it is not. Because what strikes our mind first is Vachyartha, where the Akhandartha is not evident. But since Vachyartha is contradictory, therefore, but this Shruti says, therefore, there is something in that, so we remove contradiction. We realize that contradiction is due to Upadhi. Upadhi paramarshram antarina avibhavimana bhedavastu nishthatvat. Here is a king and here is a beggar. And king and beggar are both different. But then somebody say, the king is beggar. That identity is possible only when the upadhi is dropped. Upadhi paramarsham antarena. So when you only take into account the upadhi or costume, then alone the king and beggar are different, otherwise they are one. Soyam devadatta kham chidranam ityadi vakyavat. Now continuing, nanu evam akhandartha nishthatvevi vakyasya न तावन मात्रे पर्यवसानम युक्तम बोधमात्रात् फल सिद्धे यत्नांतरम इष्ट फल असिद्धे यत्नांतरम इष्टवमिति. So again the jnana karma samuccayavadi comes. Says evam akhandartha nishthatvepi. All right. Now we accept that Tattvamasi Mahavakya has its tatparya or purport in revealing the akhandartha or identity of both Tat and Tvam. All right, accept it. Still, meaning that much alone is not enough. Vakyasya tavan matre parivasanam uktam na yuktam. Even then, Shruti cannot be simply satisfied by giving you the identity of the two. Bodha matrat phala siddhe. Simply knowledge cannot give rise to any outcome. That this is the flower, so what's the big deal? So this is, what is it? The champaka. So this is, you have two lungs, so just revealing what is does not yield any result at all. That's what Mimamsaka say. So you are Brahman. All right, so I am Brahman. But you must do something about it. Yatnantaram eshtavyamiti. Merely knowledge does not yield anything because it just reveals what is. It is karma alone that can yield something, then you can achieve something that is desirable by you, only you make an effort. Yatnantaram eshtavyamiti. Therefore, some yatna other than this knowledge also is desirable. Iti kriya paryavasayeta kasman na kalpyate. Even though in the Mahavakya Tattvamasi there is no word indicating karma of any kind, no vidhi, and still somehow you imagine vidhi because without karma, how can you ever accomplish anything in your life? Simple knowledge that this is, earth is round, so what? If you want to travel, then this is what you should do. So therefore, karma alone can achieve something. Knowledge merely cannot achieve anything. Iti ashankya muksho jignasinavatam vihaya. So when you insist that karma must be involved in some way or the other, Mukshu came to kasmin bhagavo vijnate sarvam vijnatam bhavati iti. Whenever sir, what is it? Knowing which everything becomes known. And so that's all he wants to know. So jignasitam vihaya. When you insist that the reply of the teacher must involve some karma on the part of the disciple, arthanta paratpa kalpane. So, when you imagine this vakya has to have nishtha in karma, arthantara, not just knowledge. Avutsita arthaparattvena. Then you are telling the student something that he has not desired, he has not asked. So who am I? Konabandha kathamesha agataha katham pratisthasya katham vimoksha. This is what he wants to know. And then you say, hey, you do go up and down and do pranayama, etc. And so therefore, of which he did not ask for anything. He just wanted to know what is what. Therefore, vakyasya apramanya prasanga. If the teacher says something which is other than what the disciple asked for, then teacher's words would become meaningless or apramanam. Therefore, teacher could not say something which is not meaningful. And so all of a sudden when teacher says, now perform Agnihotradi karma, it's just out of the topic. It has no context at all, totally out of context. In that case, that vakya will become pramanam. Sometimes it happens, when some conversation is going on, somebody says something, because that's going on in their mind. What did you say? So we can't make out because that it's very relevant to that person. Yeah, but he has come here. Who has come? Because something was going on in the mind of that person. This conversation going on here did not register in that mind, and so that mind says something which does not register in our mind. So vakyasya apramanya prasangat. That vakya will be not a pramanam. Mayavam, therefore, don't imagine that somehow the Shruti wants to impose, Shruti wants to, wants to order the karma, enjoin karma. Iti abhipretya jnanamatra phalasiddhi. Here, jnanamatra phalasiddhi. The phala is moksha. And jnanamatra deva, merely by knowledge, the attainment of the or accomplishment of the goal of moksha is there. So dushtanten upadayati. How merely knowledge is enough to accomplish what you are seeking is here illustrated by the story of the 10th man. So what story? Nabuddhyapaharadhe Swatmanam dashapuranam apashyanyatumeveched Swamatmanam janastatha. Na buddhi apaharadhi Swatmanam dashapuranam. It is no buddhi, the conclusion that there are only 9. Swatmanam dashapuranam. Even though he is the one who is the 10th. If he had counted himself, then the count would have been 10. But his mind is preoccupied with the conclusion that there are only 9. Apashyan jnatameva ichet. So he does not see the 10th. Where is the 10th man? So jnatameva ichet. He would only want to know where is 10th man. No, he would not ask for any karma. Come on, do some pranayama. It has no relevance at all. Swamatmanam janastatha. So that is how Swamatmanam jnatamiched. Then he would want to know the 10th man, which happens to be himself. So Tika says, Nava eva vayamiti buddhya brahma rupaya. We are only 9. That buddhi is brahma. That delusion that we are only 9. Apaharat, tirohitat. So this conclusion that we are 9 has this notion of conclusion as hidden the 10th man. So what is it that has hidden the 10th man? This notion that I am the 9th man, that's all. Nothing else has really hidden. So, apaharat, tirohitatvat, brahmarupaya buddhya. This buddhi, that I am the 9th person, has in fact veiled the 10th man. Like this is sarpa, this snake veils the object rope. Tirodhanamatra nivritti phalataya. So all you need to do is to remove the tirodhanam, remove that veil. tenth man is veiled by the notion that I am the ninth man. So all you need to do is to remove that veil by removing that Brahma of the ninth. The Sattva Sankhyayaha Purnam. The Purnam. So the tenth, the number 10 also has to be ultimately arrived at from 9. Svatmanam apashyan. He does not realize that I am the one with the 10th. Jnatameva itchet. He says, where is the 10th man? Who is the 10th man? Tadu kinchit kartum. He does not expect you to give any kind of instruction on karma, etc., because nothing is to be done there. So, very typical example where even this person doesn't want to know, he just wants to know. There is no intention of doing anything, or he is not seeking any instruction on what to do, he only wants to know what. So, what is? Yathayam drishtantah. So, just as tatha janah mukshurapi svatmanam kyenapi hetuna vismrutam. Vismrutam is traditional, but then he has forgotten himself. It's not forgotten. It is tirohitam. Somehow the 10th man is veiled from him. Not that he has forgotten the 10th man. Not that he knew that I am the 10th man and now he has forgotten. So Vismrutam is not right. Tirohitam. Somehow that I am the 10th man is veiled by the notion that I am the 9th man. Jnatameva ichet. Therefore you would want to know where is the 10th man. Brahma nivritti phalayeva. All that is necessary is Brahma nivritti. The notion that there are only 9 people, that Brahma has to be eliminated. Ataha kriyaparatva kalpana na avakasham labhate. Therefore, this vakya is kriyaparatvam. Tattvamasi vakya has its tatparya in kriya. That makes no sense at all because it is tatparya only in knowledge and not in kriya. Therefore, this conclusion that even Mahavakya also some way, somehow has to communicate kriya, na avakasham labhate, that kalpana, that imagination or that notion has no room here at all. Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.